Hi, my name is Amie Kaufman and I'm the author of the Elemental series. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about the world of Vallen. In Vallen you can be one of three things. You can be a human, or a scorch dragon, or an ice wolf. Now, the scorch dragons and ice wolves are humans a lot of the time, but they have the ability to shapeshift. Most of the people in Vallen live in the city of Holbard, and when you're 12 years old, you undergo the Trial of the Staff. This is a magical trial to find out whether you have the ability to shapeshift or not. When we first arrive, we're following Anders and Rayna, who are a couple of orphans who live on the streets of Holbard, and the drama in the series begins when they undergo the Trial of the Staff, and unimaginably and completely impossibly, because they're twins, Anders turns into an ice wolf and Rayna turns into a scorch dragon. If you find out that you have the ability to shapeshift into an ice wolf, you join Ulfar Academy, which is a huge academy in the middle of the city of Holbard. And there you take lessons in law and in combat, and you learn how to be one of the protectors of the people of Holbard, because that's the job the ice wolves have. They keep order and they're ready to defend the city against any kind of attack. They're really focused on pack. They believe in not just looking after themselves, but looking after everyone around them. They have responsibility to each other. So they take that loyalty really seriously, and they think of themselves as one big family. The wolves love to be in the cold weather. They love to be around ice and snow. That makes them stronger. It also makes their magic stronger, because the wolves, when they go to battle, are able to cast ice spears. They pound their paws on the ground, and these huge spears, very sharp points of ice, fly in whatever direction they want to send them in. Dragon society is very different to wolf society. The wolves live in barracks and they follow rules and they go to classes and they go on patrols. The dragons basically do what they want. So the dragons are scattered all through the three major mountain ranges in Vallen. Dragons might live in ones or twos, or they might live in larger groups. Dragons don't have an academy the way the wolves do to teach their kids. A lot of dragons homeschool, or a dragon might just run a small school for a dozen students who are particularly interested in something that that dragon is a specialist in. The dragon's big base is a place called Drekhelm, and they relocated to Drekhelm after the last great battle to hide from the wolves. It's a place that has a huge hall where they can all meet together and dine. They do have to do that in human form because dragons are quite big and there's no hall big enough for all the dragons in dragon form. When the dragons are in human size, they're human size. When they turn into a dragon, then by the time they're an adult, they're about 50 feet long. When they're a kid turning into a dragon, they're smaller than that. Their colouring kind of ranges from, a very pale orange or peach, through golds, through reds, through all bronzes, all kinds of beautiful colours, and every dragon is an individual. So if you know what the individual dragons look like, you can definitely tell them apart. When they want to transform from a human into a dragon, they kind of go down into a 3-point crouch. So they crouch down and put one hand down on the ground, and then faster than your eye can follow, they kind of just swell and increase, and suddenly there's a dragon there where there was a human a few moments before.